But still, I'm expecting an apology. I'm expecting a video of some sorts because she is the queen of accountability, right?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And if you're going to call yourself the queen of accountability, you have to be accountable for the information that you put out there. And it has been proven that quite a bit of that information you have put out there, Daphne, queen of accountability, that a lot of that information was actually false. She thought she was doing work. She went and dug up some shit in California. You know, called a company in California talking to Hector. She went to Arizona, you know, digging up stuff. She didn't go there. She just made calls, right? Little did she know this man didn't work in either of those states.
Got him! Got him!
That this man he had his career in New Mexico. Did all that work, and you just keep missing the mark. Like,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
It's sad. I find this to be hilarious. Like, come on. Like you said, Daphne, we as black people, we got to do better, and you surely ain't doing better. I want to hear an apology since you're accountable. I mean, I'm guessing queen of accountability, you have to be accountable for your actions, right? Come on, let's get that bell. Bring it to the front. Let's walk her down the street.
Shame. Shame.
What it do, dudes and dudettes? It's your boy Dano back again with another reaction video, and it is glorious. It is glorious indeed, friends. I appreciate you all coming back out here to join me again for another reaction video. Salutes to y'all, and without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's go. So this video is gonna be a little bit different than my other videos just because I want to make this video to address a situation that's currently unfolding in front of us. So we all heard of Aaron Sloan, aka the Ninja Turtle. For people who don't know, he's the brother from the Balloon show. And there has been a lot of controversy since the airing of that episode. I don't think I've ever seen a Balloon show episode go so viral, okay? Now, there has been a lot of allegations about Aaron Sloan, from him being a woman beater to a deadbeat dad to being a scammer, so on and so forth. Several people, well, I'm gonna say a few people, have given him an interview. One of them being Kites, another one being MTR, or better known as Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews. Now, I am a subscriber of both channels. I happened to watch the interview from Mediocre Tutorial Reviews just because I happened to see that post first before I saw Kites interview, right? In Mediocre Tutorial Reviews, he made a response, or he did a reaction to that video in hopes to get Aaron onto his platform to get an interview amongst them too. Now, I was interested in seeing Aaron doing an interview with Mediocre Tutorial Reviews also, and to my excitement, I found out Thursday afternoon that he was actually having a live interview with him. So with that being said, you know, Mediocre, or MTR, gave him the floor and even asked him questions that he really didn't want to answer, right? And MTR at the time seemed as if he was rocking with Aaron, and from what I understand is that MTR was rocking with Aaron on the point that he stood up for himself as a man. And I also feel the same way. I feel like how Aaron conducted himself, would I have done it? I said it before. No, I wouldn't have conducted myself in the same manner. But do I salute him for standing up for himself as a man? I do. You know, I salute him for doing that and having the courage, because most men would shut down because they don't want to be called sassy. They don't want to be made fun of, called immature names just because they stood up for themselves. Because we have this culture today where men are not allowed to stand up for themselves. If they do, they're effeminate. according to these women, especially these women who come out of bad homes, who have bad relationships. All they do is deal with pookies and ray-rays. But then they say that when a man stands up for himself, that man is sassy. And the only reason why they say that is because those women themselves are toxic. They're toxic and they don't know how real men operate. Real men stand up for themselves. Real men won't go above and beyond. We'll let it be felt without saying so many words. But I don't fault him because every man is different. So MTR was essentially saying the same thing. Then after the interview with MTR, you had other people reacting to the interview and also the balloon video itself. One of those channels being Abba and Preach. Now, I said before in a previous video how I felt about Abba and Preach. I honestly felt like they were caping, you know, for women. I still feel that Preach is a simp. That's my personal feeling. I used to be a subscriber of their channel. I watched many other videos, and Preach has always come off as being pretty simpish. You know, I said my piece on how I feel about them, and I still feel like they're clowns. I don't feel like they're analyzing the full situation and that they have things out of context like a lot of people with Aaron's situation. And now I want to say, this is my personal message to Aaron. I want to salute you, bruh. And I want to say, you know, stand on your square and don't let nobody knock you off your pivot. That's why I want to say, stay strong. You know, stay strong. I know the world, you already know the world is not fair. So just roll with the punches and adjust to where they can't knock your crown sideways. They can't knock you off of your throne. Because people, this is the nature of people. People are going to hate. Anytime, and I agree with what he said in his recent interview with Kites, is that our people, and just really people in general, it's not just black people, but it's people in general, to where we have this crab in a barrel mentality, to where we see anybody ascending on a positive note, we want to pull them down, especially when it comes to their past. We want to pull them down by their past and hang them by it. Okay, so this is on Daphne's Instagram page, and now it's titled under the title Plumber. So if you want to go on there to her stories, you'll see it under Plumber. Now this is her trying to say that he was using the GoFundMe money for his birthday, the money that he was throwing at the club. Now, mind you, his account, I think it was frozen Thursday, right? Mind you, on Kites, they already proved that he had money set aside, that he had that conversation with them previous to him even having to GoFundMe. He was talking about how he was going to go and celebrate his birthday. Now, this is supposed to be proof that he was going to use the money for his birthday. So anyways, as you see right here, you can't barely see it, but it says your transfers are paused while we verify the fundraiser information. So right down here, it says transfer activity will be available after your first transfer is sent. You not qualified, blah, blah, blah. Black man can't celebrate his birthday now. How you gonna tell me how to spend my money? Okay, so I believe he's saying this in reaction. I could be wrong, but I believe he's saying this in reaction to people who are saying, oh yeah, you up here blowing your money at a club, strip club, wherever the hell it is that he went to go and throw that money at, right? This is not proof that he used that money for the GoFundMe, okay? He's simply saying, like, how you gonna tell me how to use my money? He explained himself. Go and watch Kite's video, the second interview they did with him, because he explains all this, you know. So I don't know why she would think that this is proof that he took the fundraiser and spent it at a club, because that was the allegation that she said. She said that he was using that money at the club, or she said something to that effect. So yeah, I don't know why. Like I said, she's doubling down on the stupidity, right?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Okay, so here we go. This is what I'm talking about, how she's trying to paint him out to be a monster. So as we see right here, it says, this is what it says in the caption: in the district court in and for Tulsa County, Oklahoma. Now it says plaintiff Aaron Trayvon Sloan, or Trevon Sloan. I don't know how his middle name is pronounced, but he is the defendant, right? Now, what I find funny here, I don't know what this situation is, so, you know, I'm not going to pretend like I know, but what I find funny is that this was filed on the 10th, 10/19/22, which is about almost 2 years ago, right? Now, the funny thing is that it was closed literally less than a month later. What does that tell me? More than likely, they had no evidence that this protective order needed to be turned into an actual protective order, because as we see, this was only filed. There's a difference between something being filed and then something actually being set in place. Now, there was no protective order set in place. It was just only filed. And then it was closed literally less than a month later because they probably had no evidence that they needed to actually make a protective order. Okay. So, because anybody, look, this is the thing what people got to understand. And this is what Daphne has to understand with her infinite intelligence, right? Is that anyone can go and file a police report. Anybody can go and file a protective order. After that, they had to do like some type of like mediation to see, you know, they have to bring it from a judge or whoever, and they have to find out to see if there's any truth to needing that protective order. And if they don't find anything, or if a person just like, you know what, never mind, I don't want to file a protective order, then they'll drop it. And it looks like that's probably what happened. Why? Because it's probably not true. Now, am I saying that Aaron is a perfect person, that he didn't do this? No, I don't know. You know, but I'm not going to run around and make him look bad because a protective order was signed against him. I mean, I could literally walk down the street and a woman can jump out and say that she needs a protection order against me because I wanted to grape her. And literally all I did was just walk down the street. Anyone can file a protection order. Anyone. So this is what I'm saying. This is a public lynching of a black man. She does not like him. Obviously, she doesn't like him. To me, the videos I seen about Daphne, her corresponding with other people, like with Gail at night, she's I'm telling you, she seems no better than these other little ratchet females. She seems no better than these other females out here that are ratchet, ghetto, and low bass, like low vibrational bass women. She seems no better. She's literally calling people names and all this stuff like hyenas and just weird stuff, right? It's not like in Aaron's case where it was several years ago and she's been squeaky clean ever since, or been trying to improve herself ever since. No, she's going around just being messy. She's going around being messy. She's messy. Straight up messy. You lying, like blatantly lying. This man pulled out receipts like, then she thought she was doing work. She went and dug up some shit in California, you know, called a company in California, talking to Hector. She went to Arizona, you know, digging up stuff. She didn't go there. She just made calls, right? Little did she know this man didn't work in either of those states.
Got him! Got him!
That this man he had his career in New Mexico, did all that work, and you just keep missing the mark. Like,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
It's sad. I find this to be hilarious. Like, come on, like you said, Daphne, we as black people, we got to do better, and you surely ain't doing better. I want to hear an apology. Since you're accountable, I mean, I'm guessing queen of accountability, you have to be accountable for your actions, right? Come on, let's get that bell, bring it to the front, let's walk her down the street.
Shame. Shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame. Yes, queen of accountability, come forward. MTR, come forward too, because bruh, your spine was looking real weak in that video. I mean, you look like a puppy being led. I never seen MTR like that. Like, I never seen him fall on his sword like that. That's actually pretty sad. You know, mind you, I don't hate either Daphne or MTR, you know, but come on. How do y'all not see what's going on? I mean, the way we're acting right now, and I'm against cancel culture just in general. Like, I really am. Like, yes, some people deserve to get fired. Like the white girl who said, you know, my friends, their boyfriends are broke ass niggas. Yes, she deserved to be canceled. That was a grievous offense. But for a man to say you're not qualified, that's enough to get his whole life canceled. Enough for you to dig up his past. We sit here and we complain about how they portray us in the media when one of us are gunned down. When one of us are gunned down in the streets by these suspected race soldiers, we know how the media does. They go back in our past, they dig up our past, try to see if they can find whatever they could just to criminalize and to give a reason why that man deserved to be dead or that woman deserved to be dead. I don't know if y'all remember, several years back here in Ohio, in Cincinnati, a mother wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to her child. Her child climbed over into the gorilla enclosure and the gorilla held on to the child, and in fear of the safety for the child, they shot and killed the gorilla. And remember, society went mad. They came against the mom saying, how could you be so irresponsible? They even dug up the father who had nothing to do with that situation. He was gone minding his own business. They dug up his criminal past to justify attacking that family in the fashion in which they did, even though a white woman who was there said that it happened so fast, there's no way the mother could have stopped it from happening. Those type of situations where they shoot people, they shoot us down in the streets, they shoot us in our car while we're pulling out, you know, our car registration and license. They shoot us, we're dead. And then they find reasons to justify killing us. Oh, well, you know, in the past he sold drugs. Whoa, that's a death warrant? He deserved to die? That's essentially what you guys are doing to Aaron Sloan right now. That's why I say this is the public lynching of a black man. So this is why I am making this video, because honestly, I felt like how MTR handled that live that he did the other day. I happened to not see the live. I, however, watched the uploaded version of it, the non-live edited version that he had did, and he was speaking with Daphne, right, who is the queen of accountability. Well, Miss Queen of Accountability, I'm gonna need you and MTR to come front and center, and I need you to be accountable for your actions, because Aaron, he has done another interview with Kites showing receipts. I have yet to see any reaction from Daphne or MTR about what's going on now. Of course, you can give them a few days before reacting or responding to the new information, but still, I'm expecting an apology. I'm expecting a video of some sorts, because she is the queen of accountability, right?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And if you're gonna call yourself the queen of accountability, you have to be accountable for the information that you put out there. And it has been proven that quite a bit of that information you have put out there, Daphne, queen of accountability, that a lot of that information was actually false. They disproved it, literally disproved it, and they laughed at you. Hey, even while I watched the video, I laughed because the stuff that she said was literal lies. And you know, this is not the first person she lied on. Like Gail at Night proved through text that she lied several times before. I mean, a lot of people know that Daphne lies about shit.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
And it's just crazy because you call yourself queen of accountability. You're trying to hold people accountable for their actions, yet you're running around being reckless. And I honestly feel like this whole situation with MTR, but especially with Daphne, that she is being completely messy. She is no better than any of these gossip channels. She is no better, especially when you're just making up lies, slandering people, defaming people. He could, if he wanted to, he could sue her for defamation because she lied on him. And now it's like she's trying to double down because, mind you, they had that interview, I believe, yesterday. I'm not sure what time yesterday, but Daphne had made some more posts about him from what I just last seen about 12, 13 hours ago. So she's kind of like doubling down on it. She's like, okay, well, yeah, he disproved me on these other things, but I'm going to paint him out to be a criminal, right? So, you know, it's just sad that we have this situation happening. And I agree with what the brother Aaron said, in the sense that she is literally coming after him like he is a monster, painting him out to be a monster just because she don't like how he reacted to those women. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. She don't like the way he reacted to those women. Probably why is because she probably sees herself in those women, those disrespectful, deplorable, low bass, low vibrational women. She sees herself in those women, and that's why I feel like she is on the defense. And now it flipped to the offense, to where now she is attacking this man because she felt like she got attacked. She internalized what happened to them, and what happened to them was just desserts. They got exactly, maybe not what they wanted, but what they deserved. And now Daphne is running around reckless, lying on people, and then trying to paint an image of a person. Now, I'm not giving Aaron any legal advice, but if I was him, I will be taking out all those receipts, and I will be showing an attorney that, and I will pursue her legally. Honestly, that's what I would do, because I feel that, like I said, I'm not a legal attorney, or I'm not giving any legal advice. I feel like there's a lot of enough evidence to sue her for defamation, and especially, exposing his information now, and sharing and getting information from different entities and stuff like that. She even mentioned his social security number. Well, she didn't say what it was, but she mentioned that she had his social security number, or looked him up through his social security number. Like, woman, you're self-snitching just because you want to ride off of someone else's fame, just because you're up here clout chasing. I mean, it's ridiculous. I feel like this whole situation is messy, and I feel like the situation with MTR, he's being messy right now. Now, I ride with MTR. He may lose my subscription, at least for now, because I need him to be accountable too, because he was literally rolling with what Daphne was saying, and she had no receipts. She presented no receipts, at least in that video that I saw. Presented no receipts. It was just word of mouth. That's all she was feeding MTR, was just what she said she found. And Aaron, and along with the host at Kites, they disproved everything that she had brought up about him, saying that he's wanted. That was a lie. He wasn't wanted. Saying that he wasn't doing these goodwill acts, that he wasn't, helping out people. That was a lie. Saying that he was throwing GoFundMe money at the club. That was a lie. And then even saying that he was a master plumber, when he never said that he was a master plumber. When I was watching that video the other day from MTR, I was like, where's this coming from, this master plumber? All he said was that he was a licensed plumber. So they just keep lying on this man. And look, I can tell you this. As a person I'm a blue collar worker. I'm a truck driver. And I deliver supplies to all type of companies, plumbing companies, construction companies, and that would have me weak, man. It was like, have you ever heard of a new construction plumber? When I heard them talking about, have you ever seen a plumber with a construction hat on? I was like, yeah, actually, I have many times. Many times have I seen plumbers with hard hats. There are so many positions that you wouldn't even believe require a hard hat. Even as a truck driver, when we go into certain customers, we have to wear hard hats. So that's like asking the question, have you ever seen a truck driver with a hard hat? Most people will probably say no, but people who are in the know better. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And for her to be such a researcher, she surely did a bad job at researching, because I was crying. Because she is supposed to be this researcher, right? To where she went through all this work, doing so much extra, digging up this man's past, talking to his exes, doing all of this stuff. Yet she could not do something that I easily did, which was Google search this man's Instagram. Found it in a second. Yet you're this master researcher, but you couldn't do that,
queen, and you're not even qualified.
And then more than half of the information you got, bad information, and you're spreading it as if it's true. This is why you gotta be careful, because when you watch that video, now I don't know about the full interview, but when I watched that video with MTR, she never said alleged. Now MTR was smart enough to say alleged, but she didn't. She spoke as if all that was facts, and it wasn't. So you're defaming his character. You're hurting his character. You're potentially taking money out of his pocket off of falsehoods. That is grounds for being sued. You know, so if it was me, like I said, I ain't giving no legal advice, but if that was me, I would have been lawyered up as soon as I seen that video. As soon as I seen that video. So she better hope and pray she don't end up like what is the other gossip chick's name? She got sued by Cardi B. I can't remember her name, but she better hope she don't end up like her. But I do. I hope she gets sued. I really do, because gossip channels like that, they need to stop. They're messy and they ruin people's lives and they don't care. And that's why I agree with Aaron Sloan on is that, you know, it even seems like MTR don't care. He just rode along with it because, see, what MTR won't address is that he was in his feelings. See, he felt like he had to double back because everybody was stacking against him. So instead of saying, you know what, I'm gonna hold my horses, I'm gonna do some more research, I'm gonna give this brother time, I'm gonna stop making content on this brother until I get more research. What did he do? He fell to the pressure. He went on their side and came against Aaron without doing more research. And that's where he messed up at. He gave in to the pressure through his emotions, and his emotions showed on the other video. Just like how the bro was trying to pressure MTR into siding with him, where he was like, oh yeah, you know, he fooled you and all that stuff. And, you know, he kept saying, well, he fooled everybody. He fooled everybody. No, he didn't. He told the truth. But now you believe that you were fooled because you're believing bad information, because you don't want to look like the bad guy, because you think you had egg on your face, because you gave into peer pressure. It's a shame. You're supposed to be allegedly this like men's coach to help build up men, yet you are falling to pressure like this. See, Abba and Priest was the first ones to put pressure on him. Even though I don't think they came after him per se, I don't think they mentioned MTR at all. They gave their perspective, but then you had a lot of people who was rolling with Abba and Preach who were coming after, you know, MTR in the comment section and videos and stuff like that. So he felt to that pressure, and then he went over to the other side and came against Aaron, which is honestly terrible. MTR, you got to do better. So yeah, you got to hold yourself accountable too. And I want to see an apology video. Honestly, I'm gonna unsubscribe from his channel until I see something. Of course, I'm gonna monitor it to see if there's any updates, but I'm gonna unsubscribe because I don't want to support hypocrisy. Because honestly, the way MTR is acting right now is literally going against everything he teaches about empowering men and helping men being accountable for their actions. Because honestly, right now, I feel like what's going on is a public lynching. It is a public lynching. That is what's going on right now against Aaron Sloan. We sit here and we complain about how white people treat us, yet we treat each other the same way or worse. I have yet to see a YouTube video or channel of a white person coming after Aaron Sloan. White people watch this shit too. They watch the Balloon Challenge. So it's like, they watch this stuff, they see it too, but yet they have not come against Aaron like our people have. This is the public lynching of a black man, and we're all just rolling with it. MTR, Queen of Accountability, Abba and Preach, all of them, just because they don't like how he responded to women. Y'all caused him, allegedly, y'all caused him to lose his job and possibly hundreds of other opportunities because y'all don't like how he stood up for himself. He didn't call the women out his names. He didn't get disrespectful, but because he stood up for himself as a man, as a black man, y'all went on and hung him off that tree. Y'all are no better. Y'all are no better than the woman who got Emmett Till killed. Y'all are no better. Y'all are no better than those racist folks back in the 1960s, 50s, 30s, and beyond who lynched our people because they hated our people. Y'all are no better. And that's truly how I feel. That's my opinion. From observing this entire situation, this is nothing more than the public lynching of a black man. You want to sit there, I'm talking about you, Queen of Accountability, come front and center again. Because like I said, I'm not gonna say everything because I don't know, all this is alleged, But he's the one coming with receipts that can be verified. Unlike you spewed a lot of lies about this man, which, mind you, they dropped that video the other day. And then after that video, I have to look at the time, I could be wrong, but after the video, you dropped more posts about him having what was it, a protective order filed against him in 2022. But what you came after him about originally, if I remember correctly, was that he was a scammer, scamming people for money because allegedly he got fired. What does that have to do? Like Aaron kept saying in the second interview he did with Kites, what does all that matter? That still doesn't take away from him being fired. See, y'all don't want to be accountable, Miss Queen of Accountability. You don't want to admit that you were possibly wrong. Instead of contacting this man and saying, you know what, this is the information I have on you. Is this true? No, y'all go and run with these damn falsehoods, and then y'all double down on y'all stupidity. It makes absolutely no sense. I don't get it. I don't like it. None of us should like it, because this is not how we should be treating each other at all. And the only reason why I'm making this video is because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. Honestly, this brother is trying to live. Where is the compassion? Where's the compassion for humanity? Like, this is a man. This is, even if this was a woman, I don't care. These are people at the end of the day. What do y'all want him to do? Just curl up in the ball and die? I mean, that's essentially what y'all trying to do. This man worked his ass off. From what I understand, he worked his ass off to provide an opportunity for himself to do better for himself. Just like Queen of Accountability may have seen herself in those ghetto ass ratchet women on that balloon show, I see myself in Aaron, because though I'm 5 years, maybe 6 years older than him, I see him as a younger brother. I grew up in the hood. I have a past. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I've been arrested twice, maybe even 3 times. I can't remember. I have a past. I changed. I'm no longer that person I was years ago. Last time I was arrested, I think was like 2010, 2009. I can't even remember. It's been so long. But should I be hung because of my past? Because I have expectation for women, because I elevated myself and I want to see people around me be elevated too. And when people who aren't qualified sit there and try to degrade me, and I say you're not qualified, that I should be crucified because of my past? You gotta be crazy, because I can almost assure you Daphne is not perfect. None of us are. None of us can walk around and say that we have a clean slate, that we never did anything grimy, whether it's on record or not. All of us have a past, you know, and we have to be humans and understand that other people are humans too. None of us are, you know, perfect beings. We all have past. We're not perfect. We've hurt people's feelings. We've had our feelings hurt. You know, and what I'm trying to say is y'all need to let this man live. Let him live. He may not have been the best person in his past, but he's still human and he's trying to do better. And all you people are doing is just going around slandering him, trying to make him look bad. Like, where is the compassion? Like, I don't get it, because usually women aren't so damn bitter, but the way Daphne was on MTR's video, she seemed bitter as hell. I don't know why. She sounds angry. She literally sounds like the stereotypical angry black woman. I'm thinking, when I'm listening to the audio, I'm like, why does she sound so mad when she has all this false information? Like, it's not like she got this research from other people, like somebody else did the research and she just came to the conclusion. No, she's the one who went out to the field and did this half-ass research, and yet she is spouting all this false information and she sounds upset about it. Like, I can understand if somebody brought that information to you and you felt deceived by Aaron. But no, you went out there getting this false information. I mean, straight up lying. Like, that's evidence right there. I'm sorry, that's evidence. That's how I see it. You put evidence against yourself online, and it ain't good. You better hope and pray. I'm telling you, you better hope and pray he does not get an attorney involved in this situation. But I know I would. I know I would. But yeah, man, it's just sad. It really is. But I know I was going on for a while, but I feel like it needs to be said, because I don't feel like there's enough people saying it. Sure, you have people in the comment section saying that, you know, saying that she's wrong and it's wrong what they're doing right now to the brother Aaron, but you don't see people making videos on it. And this video may never be seen by anyone, but I wanted to make this video, you know, for at least a few people who are on my channel. They can see that there are people out there who are in support of people doing better. Now, I don't know whether what Aaron is saying is true or not, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Even though I've seen the receipts, I mean, I believe him. I don't see a reason for him to be lying, honestly. Now, am I saying that he is the best person in the world? I'm not saying that. Does he have a past? Sure, he admitted to it. You know, a lot of things that they're trying to accuse him of, he already admitted to it. So it's not like you're exposing the information, right? You know, so it's crazy to me. It really is. Like, he admitted to all that. I mean, he brought it out, and then she calls herself doing research, and it's like, look, you can't even get the shit right. I wouldn't hire her as my PI. Not at all.
Queen, you know, and you're not even qualified.
But it's really ridiculous. This whole situation is just ridiculous. Anyways, guys, that's all I gotta say for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. And of course, on your way out the door, hit the notification bell. I'm out. Peace.
Flawless victory.